Hello, everyone. Just thought I'd show my face today. I didn't make a video yesterday. I'm sorry, but for some reason, I just slept a lot, and I think I'm just, God's giving me the rest that I need, and I'm really feeling you guys' prayers. I'm feeling better about a lot of stuff, and I'm feeling calmer, and I'm feeling your prayers of peace in my home and in my heart, and our homes and our hearts. And I opened the curtain today, and got dressed and whatever. So I'm trying, but I just want you to know that's really, yesterday I had a bad day too in the morning. I mean, I had to pick out a different casket, and it was just much to do. That other casket, I couldn't get it to work right. Something was wrong. And well, nothing was wrong. It was just that I couldn't get the right color blue, and every kind of blue casket that I wanted, they had silver with it, and I wanted blue and gold. And anyway, I ended up picking out a nice white one, and gold. It's heavenly. And then, the grave site, and picking out at the church what we're going to do. So, and after that, I just kind of slept the day away. God's given me my rest so I can have energy for maybe the worst day of my life. But I'm trying, and I want you to know I feel you. I mean, I'm feeling your prayers, because I am feeling so much peace, realizing this is God's plan, this is God's thing, and, that's, I'll see him again one day. I hold on to that. And then there's times where I still feel like he's going to come back. It's a big joke, like someone offered him millions of dollars to play this prank on everybody and fake your death. And I don't know, guys, a lot goes through your mind, right? And then the last thing I wanted to say was I think that when people die, it brings out the worst in others. And that makes me very sad, because and this is what I was going to tell you guys in the other video when I said I have a question for you. This is what I was going to ask you guys. Okay, yeah, so it brings out the worst in people. I'm sorry about the shaking. um, I have an estranged daughter, and she hasn't been around since my son Jake was about 8 years old or something like that, 9. And the last time we seen her was at my father's funeral, and my son was 12, and he turned 13 the next day. So I had to do Easter, bury my father, and get a water heater at Sears, and celebrate my son's birthday, all like in the same weekend. It was a really rough weekend, but that was the last time we saw her, and we didn't even speak 2 words to each other. So my daughter is in like 30, and she turned 30, and she's married and has kids. I've never met my grandchildren. I don't. She left our family and deserted us all years ago, and why, I don't know, but it is what it is. I've made peace with it. And that's the problem, is that I raised my son with that mourning. I mourned my daughter's, her being gone, my son's entire life. My closet is full of things that I bought for the kids, and and this, I always prayed that they would come back and everything would be okay. And I don't want to talk about the past or whatever. For whatever reason you felt you didn't want to be with your family and your real mom and that and your brother, then I'm not going to question that. I don't want to upset you. And I always wished her well. I don't want, to this day, I don't want no bad things. I'll see her in heaven. But here's where I stand now. It's like, I've mourned you enough, and I cried for 15 years or whatever about lots of stuff at that, and I'm done. I don't want to do that anymore. And I almost feel like I want to say, you can't come back now. My door's closed. I mean, if you're desperate and you're hungry, of course I'll send you some food or whatever if I can, but I can't have you back. I don't want you back in my life. It's done. It's over. And I've mourned you enough. I've mourned you enough, my estranged daughter. Okay, so and then I have another estranged daughter. She's younger, but she only knows what she's been told. And those two are like besties, so I don't get involved in that. I want her to understand that, I don't blame my younger daughter for any of this. It is what it is, and I wish her well as well. And it's just, I had to say shame on her father, because, I mean, didn't do heroin. Or I know mothers on heroin that their kids stand by their side and help them. I never did anything. And I'll tell you that story. Not now, but, shame on her father, because, no matter what, kids deserve their real biological parents if it's possible, you know. Like I said, as long as they're not doing heroin, you know, and then help them if they are, you know. You don't take the child away completely, because as far as I think, she thinks I just gave her up. But that's really not how things went down. But you know, I'm going to talk about that now. Anyway, so here's my question. I'm getting off the beaten path and babbling because, you know, I didn't do a video yesterday. I'm just trying to fill in you guys. So my strange daughter, she has been sending messages to, you know, Stephanie, my older daughter, the one who stays here with me during this time. And she said that if we can, something about, they called the funeral home and said that the funeral home, it costs extra for to have a funeral on a weekend or something like that, that she could be here, because I guess she lives in Colorado or somewhere with her husband's in the service, and she can only get away on there's only 2 weekends or something that she could get away in December, and want to know if we would, if I, she said something like, oh, I see that the GoFundMe is doing quite well, or it's successful, or something like that, and you know, if you could get that extra money, you know, like for her to come to the funeral, you know, so she could travel on those days. And, you know, I mean, the way I see it, I mean, you know, I sure, it doesn't hurt to ask me, but I don't, that's my son's money. And first of all, to let everybody know, I don't even have access to the GoFundMe money yet. They're withholding the funds because they got to double check things, and I'm living on a Women of Prayer, and because I'm not working right now, and I don't even have access to that money. And that is my son's money for his life, because he is gone now, and it's for whatever I need it for, because the stuff isn't cheap anyway, you know. And I'm gonna tell you something, yeah, so I'm not even gonna go there, but anyway, I just don't, the way I see it is like, I don't want to send her this money for her to come, because as far as I'm concerned, she doesn't even need to be there. My son didn't know her, they didn't know her, each other, because he deserted us. She deserted us, and she never came around, never even called to see how he was doing during COVID or anything. She just, you know, so now she wants me to take money from a GoFundMe, and, you know, and then I get another message this morning or whatever saying that, oh, you know, I see that you owe, I had a phone call from Community Bank, and it looks like you owe Victoria's Secret some money, and, you know, like I'm going to take care of that, you know. I don't get it. I don't know if they just Googled me or something, because I don't owe anybody anymore. I don't have any problems. I do owe Victoria's Secret, but that's the only person I owe, is because I got into it with Victoria's Secrets about 6 months ago, and they raised the, you know, the price on me for on the interest or whatever, and I never was even late. I never had late payment, and that's the only person I know that I owe. And I don't know why Community Bank would be calling my estranged daughter, who has totally different last names and hasn't even been in my life in 10 years, you know, so. Anyway, I don't know. I just want to tell you guys, what do you think about that? Do I send her money then in Colorado for her to come up here for the funeral, or I just say no and let her husband and her take care of it? You know, I don't know. So I'm asking that question, and then also peace upon our homes. And I love you guys, and I'm getting some rest today too, and actually got dressed today, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace upon our homes, everybody.